Hi,
Hi.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Cassie.
Huh?
Wait, hold on a minute.
I'm Gabby. I don't know why I did that.
No, it was good. I liked it. And welcome back to the Femininomenon
Hey, welcome
Podcast.
back.
I don't know why I keep wanting to do that at the beginning.
That's actually
Yeah.
one of my favorite things to do.
The wolf ripping his shirt off in the moonlight.
I do that about
Oh.
anything.
I
I
thought
did
you
it
meant
at a
the.
recital recently. So
Yeah, I love it.
thank you.
So we were thinking of doing a sister episode.
Ooh. Hi,
Ooh,
sisters.
ooh. Hi, sisters. No, actually,
Bye,
redacted.
sis. Hey, redacted.
Bye, sisters. It's Sister Week for us.
Yes.
Maybe not for anybody else, but it's Sister Week for us.
It surely
So
is.
we thought that we would come here. Hello?
We've come here before you today.
There's a worm in my brain, I think.
Ooh, you better catch it.
I have oh my God, it's happening. I have brain-eating amoeba. They're eating the brain and turning the worms gay.
They're eating the brains. They're eating the worms.
The worms are eating the worms. They're eating the brain and they're turning the worms gay.
That could be it. You might be onto something.
Well, just do the intro to the damn stories. I'm off my rocker right now.
It's totally fun. I love
I'm
it.
off half a Diet Coke and I'm
Snap,
buzzing.
she tweaking. Okay, so we are doing a sisters episode. We're going to share a couple of stories. I happen to have my baby sister in town with me this week, so
Yes.
I was inspired to share stories about her when she was a little younger and some of the things that she did and trauma she inflicted on me.
Yeah.
And I only have the one sister, but Cassie has like a bajillion and five, so she's going to have a ton of stories. And we'd love to
Yeah.
hear your sister stories in the comments and, you know, any of the things, even just regular siblings. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what that meant. I don't know what that meant. Hey, if you have regular
Regular.
siblings, leave a comment.
I don't want to know about your regular sibling. Oh my God.
And
Oh
now
my
to the
God,
stories. Okay, so I will start. First story is when my sister was a baby. We are actually about 17 years apart.
Wow.
So my experiences are a little different when it comes to sisterhood. Cassie has a little more of an array of sisters of different ages.
A little bit.
I've got the one. She's 12. And yeah, she was my little baby doll. So I had her in my bed or something. I don't know what we were doing, but she was drinking milk. She had her bottle. She kept messing. She was the kind of baby that would grab it by the nipple and just go like this. And I'd be like, okay, stop, take it from her, because it would go everywhere. Or she'd go like this and shake it, milk everywhere, and like, girl, chill, whatever.
Right.
She's doing that. I wanted to grab it from her again. I turned to do something, and I just didn't react fast enough. It's all a blur. I turned around. She went like this, and the butt end of this glass bottle hit me right on the eyebrow.
Oh
bone to
my
here.
God.
So like immediately knew something was wrong. Sharp shooting pain, screaming. Iced it, did all the things, and it just got worse. Over the next few hours, it swelled up a lot, and I had bruising all over my eye. I looked like I got laid out. It was bad.
Did your skin split or anything?
No, thank God.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, no, thank goodness. But like you could tell where a little vein
Yeah.
or nerve or whatever was hit, because it was just like, yeah, it looked gnarly. It looked bad.
Oh,
And I'm
that's
like crying in the ER.
brutal.
We finally go. And they're like, oh my God, girl, we're so sorry. The nurses were so sympathetic because it was the week of prom and it wasn't even a week before. It was a few days before, and I'm panicking.
Oh, no.
So I'm icing it religiously and making sure it went down a ton, but I still had some bruising. But
Yeah.
luckily at that time, I got my makeup done at MAC as one did in 2014 for prom.
Of course.
Paid my $50, got my makeup done. Had to buy a product or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but I had to go do that. They used full coverage.
Of
Because
course.
it was, yeah, she had to go in with a couple of different colors and like hooked me up. Luckily, like by the end of the night, yeah, I was like sweating a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. But yeah, that was the first story of my sister plotting on my life. So first time of many.
Evil.
Oh.
Sisters are a little evil. At one point I was a little evil.
Ruh-roh.
Well, you see, it was more so, how do I put this?
Como se dice?
My little sister is 2.5 years younger than me.
Okay.
So growing up, we were very close. We hung out all the time. And for the most part, she was like wanting to hang out with me. Me, not so much. But I still hung out with her. Like, I loved her. But she she would push me and like poke my buttons and rage bait me. And we did this song and dance for years, but she would push and push and push and push and push. And I would tell her, hey, if you keep doing this, I'm going to hit you. And I'm going to hit you hard. And she would laugh and she would still continue to rage bait me. And I would hit her hard. And then she would go and run to my mom crying about it. And my mom would play like devil's advocate for both of us. She'd be like, well, did she tell you to stop?
Good mom.
And my younger sister would be like, yeah, she did. But like, you know, that doesn't mean she can hit me. She would be like, well, yeah, that's right. Doesn't mean she should hit you. But if that was me and I told you to stop multiple times or I'm going to hit you and you keep doing it, guess what? I'm going to hit you.
You've been warned.
And then she would look over at me. She'd go, Cassie, quit hitting your sister. Alyssa, quit pissing her off. And that was the end of that. And then it would happen, you know, a week later or something like that.
That's good parenting.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. I love my mom down. But yeah, we were crazy. We were nuts. We would get into screaming matches all the time. I would chase her around, trying to hit her. She would chase me around with a knife.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you know, she can't bring her own fists to the fist fight, so she has to bring a knife to the fist fight. It's fine.
Resourceful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that you've had the pleasure of meeting my baby sister, you know that I know all too well, although it's later in time. We don't have that, you know, that short of an age gap or that small of an age gap. But she loves to rage bait. And I quote, has recently told me, I'm like, why do you do that? Like, I like when we can hang out and talk and stuff. Like, I don't like when you rage bait me. And she's like, rage baiters don't rage bait because they like to rage bait. They do it for the love of the game. Hey, what are you talking about? So she does it all the time. She rage baits me and then she goes, ah, and she laughs just like me where she screams and it triggers me even more.
Yeah.
But before she did that, she didn't have to rage bait me. She just did what children do and say ruthless things without thinking about them. And she's always been that way. One thing about my little sister, she's going to say what's on her mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing about my little sister is she's going to say it. And I was more like that, like in my teenage years and earlier 20s. I can now say I'm officially 30. But
what? You don't look a day over 22.
Thank you. It's the Botox.
Yeah.
Shout out Xiamen. Okay.
Is that
Anyway,
what Botox is?
it's just the brand I use.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay, period.
No, last time it was Botox.
I don't know anything about it, but I definitely need to start knowing stuff about it and
No,
getting
last
some
time was Botox.
injections.
Yeah, no, girl, do whatever.
Yeah.
It's your skin, your body. Do what you gotta do.
Oh, no, just a side note. I got told I look 29 to 32 yesterday.
You know how
So,
many times I've been 3, actually, exactly 3 that people thought that I was Ari's mom. I'm cutting all of this, by the way. It's triggering. Yeah.
there's no fucking way, dude.
Yeah, we have to talk offline. It's not
Hold
safe.
on. Also, I'm turning the fan off because I'm absolutely chilled to the fucking bone. One moment, please.
But yeah, no. But before she learned to rage bait for the love of the game, she would just say whatever she wanted.
Right.
And at one point, I want to say she was about 5-ish, around that area. She was very observant. At that time, I also had gotten a little fluffier. Hey, there was more of me to love. And kids love to point that out, right?
They do. They do.
Love to point that out. And she didn't say, you're fat, you're this, you're that. No, I almost wish she had.
Yeah.
She said to me when we were out eating, we were at like a Middle Eastern place with her and my mom. I had gone back to Virginia to visit for something, and we went to go eat. And she's sitting literally right next to me to my right, and we're talking. She keeps looking at me, and we're chit-chatting, and she goes, hey, ñaña, because she calls me ñaña. When she was little, she couldn't say hermana. She would say mi ñaña, so my nickname is now ñaña. Hermana
I
means
was
sister.
wondering, but
Yeah, that's what that's about. So she's looking at me like, what's up? She's like, like you used to be like this, like straight, like a line, like me, but now you're like a circle. Why?
Oh, right.
Immediately I said, excuse me, I need to use the bathroom. My mom goes, Daniela. I went to the bathroom, cried,
Right. Of
came back,
course.
and she said, sorry.
Didn't even know what she was apologizing for.
No idea. But I remember that cut me deep.
Yeah.
I don't think I finished the rest of my meal.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I'd be like, actually, I've been full for about 3 weeks now, and I'm going to
So
continue
much
being
that I'm
full.
a circle. I'm
Yeah.
all filled up. Yeah, kids will humble you.
Oh my
Kids will humble
God.
you. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I do have like a memory of me and my next oldest sister, who is 11 years older than me, and my younger sister, again, who's 2.5 years younger than me. And so I remember this specific instance. It was my next oldest sister, who is 11 years older than me, and my younger sister, who is again 2.5 years younger than me. So my older sister used to have a car that had a sunroof, and it was a beater. It was a POS car.
Yeah.
But she loved it with all of her heart, and so did we, because we were driving around in a car that had a sunroof. Hello. So she would like constantly, like anytime we would be turning onto our street, she would let me and my younger sister like unbuckle. And of course she's playing like rap music. She's a millennial, so she was listening to like, the rap around that time. And like more Houston centered rappers like Bone
Hurston.
Thugs and
Yeah.
Hurston. But anytime we would round the corner to our street that our house was on, she would let us unbuckle our seatbelts, and we would climb up onto the center console, and she'd have the sunroof open, and we'd be able to like stick our heads out of the sunroof, and she would play like whatever rap music she was listening to at the moment. And we knew some of the words, so we would sit there and like rap outside of the sunroof, like as we're flying down the road. Hey, we're going probably about 30, but to me, in my impressionable brain, you could have told me we were going 70, 80 miles and I would have believed you. It felt like we were flying through the air. And that was like a huge like core memory for me. Another time was like when she would like take us to the beach in that car, and we would like ride the ferry over to the other side of Galveston, where the nicer beaches were, and we would sit and lay out, and we would listen to yacht rock, and we would tan, and it was just so cool because we were with our older sister, and she was like the coolest thing ever. So in turn, I felt like the coolest thing ever because I'm hanging out with the coolest person to ever exist. And so yeah, those are really, really good memories for me that have stuck for obviously ever. So
yeah, dude, and that's what I want for me and my little sister. Like,
yeah,
it's really cool now that she's 12 and we can like talk more, because she did like the craziest, or said the craziest thing as a kid, right? But like we have such a big age gap that for me it was like having my little baby doll, and I would take her everywhere. And I remember for her first birthday we had a big party, and I wanted to do something cool for her party. I had a job at the time, nothing crazy, but I had a couple little money,
a little
saved up.
paycheck. Yes.
And so I used to my last cent, all my money to get her a Minnie Mouse at her party, a Minnie Mouse person in a costume.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, and I almost did when I saw the Minnie Mouse. If I can find a picture, I will pop it up here. It was the most ghetto fabulous Minnie Mouse that you've ever seen in your whole life.
No,
but she was so happy, and we took so many pictures. I remember seeing the Minnie Mouse and being like, well, can't return it. Yeah, can't return it. But I remember always saying like, I hope she remembers this kind of stuff, and even, all the things you go through with your sisters, the little things they say to you or whatever. She is with me. Like I said, she's with me now. She came to visit for my birthday and spend some time. But she's been saying a lot of really beautiful and sweet things to me.
Yeah.
And, in between the rage baiting.
Well, of course.
And yesterday she said something to me that meant the world to me. And I
Yeah.
hope, is the little memories that I've been able to create for her that I wish I had a big sister when I was older. Like I would have loved to have a sister who took me to the beach and let me rap with her or whatever. Like that's so
Yeah.
cool. And I want that for her. Like we're on the way home, like screaming Olivia Rodrigo and stuff.
Yes.
And it all paid off just to hear her say to me, I love you and I like you. Hey, cried. Hey, about to cry right now.
I'm about to cry and I didn't even get it said to me.
She said, I love you and I like you. And I was like, I love you too. And it's huge. And another thing
Yeah.
that I love about that is she's becoming such a cool kid, like such a cool
Yeah.
kid.
I thought she was cool. I met
Yeah.
her
Yeah.
and hung out with her for 2 days.
Yeah.
And first of all, she's extremely mature.
Yeah.
Like compared
taller than me.
to taller than you, taller than me, taller than she's almost as tall as your wife.
Yeah.
I stood them
She's
back
grown.
to back.
She's fully grown.
But she's a cool kid. She makes me proud to know both of you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
To piggyback off of that, also very sweet moment. Something else that happened. We were watching movies and stuff, and I don't remember what it was. It wasn't even this time she came. It was the last time she came, which was a few weeks ago.
Mhm.
And we're having a heart to heart. And I remember telling her that I was worried about how she'd feel because she's also growing up in the same way I grew up in a very religious environment, in a
Yeah.
very sheltered environment. And I told her that I was always worried, that she might not like the fact that I'm married to a woman and all that stuff. And she's like,
Yeah.
why would I care? You're my sister. I love you. And that I have the biggest heart ever and all this stuff. And I was like, like immediately.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll take the rage baiting.
Yeah.
I'll take that you're canceled. You're so cringe because I know that you love me and you like me. And that
Yeah.
means the world to me.
There's something about a sister bond. I mean, not to get like icky, but when my mom was sick again,
Yeah.
it was really hard for her. She was in the hospital, and none of us sisters have good relationships with hospital visitations. I mean, growing up, my mom was in and out of the hospital all the time. But towards the end, when she had gotten sick again, before we, did hospice, it was me and my younger sister and my older sister, and we took turns, and we would always have someone there with her in the hospital so that she was never alone. Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
No, I'm actually trying not to.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Your
but it
mama
was
raised some
just-
amazing women, and I'm lucky to
Yeah.
know one of them. I am. This is the most, y'all.
Cut the cameras. I can't.
I love you to death. If
you to
you're
death.
even a little bit like her, I know she was amazing.
My God. Rah.
Like I
had to do that. I had to do that so I would stop crying. But
No, I
it
get
was the unspokenness. Like we had just told, like me and my younger sister were there when we found out that my mom needed to stay in the hospital. And when we had messaged my older sister about it, we kind of just had this spoken thing where she was like, okay, what shifts are you guys taking and what shift am I taking?
Yeah.
And she's got 2 girls. She's got 2 daughters, and she was like, I have 2 daughters and I work at a school, so it might be a little bit difficult for me, but at the time her partner was living in town, so he was taking care of the girls, and she would spend the night at the hospital every night. And then either me or my younger sister would go there in the morning and spend like, half of the day with her, and then the other one would switch off to,
Yeah.
the evening time or whatever. So yeah, it was community between all of us, and we didn't even need to have the conversation. It was just known.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
But yeah.
Thank you for
yeah.
sharing that. I know that that's a vulnerable story, and it's still pretty fresh for you. So
Yeah. Well,
so
of
much love to you
course.
and your sisters.
Thank you. The only way to grieve properly is to go through it. So
Yeah, you're
and
right.
I just try to talk about her as much as possible because that was my best friend. So
Oh,
hey,
I get it, and I love that. I'm not super tight with much of my family other than my sister.
yeah,
So I think that's another reason why that relationship means so much to me.
yeah,
So I hope to be able to have the same bond, and then I hope it gets even stronger as she grows older. Just watching her grow up and seeing what an awesome person she's becoming is
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm sure that for you and for your family and for your mom watching, she's probably so proud because you're fucking phenomenal. You're a phenomenon. You're a femininomenon.
Thanks for ending it that way because I would have really just started bawling. So but yeah, have you ever seen those Sistercore videos? If I see one, I will send it to you.
Please
but it's
do.
like clips from media where it's just sisters, like Lilo and
Yeah.
Stitch and everything like that.
Yeah.
You remind me a lot of Nani.
Do you know that is like exactly what I? Okay. Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
I didn't mean to make you
think
cry, but
that means a lot to me.
yeah. Like, I don't know.
I love that little girl so much.
I know you do. And you know what? I'll tell you one more thing. Everything you do right now for her, she will remember for the rest of her life. So,
Ad break.
oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do this.
No, stop.
Maybe we
You're
should have
so-
just said really mean things. that our
No, this is, I
sisters
think,
do.
so wholesome and true and real and beautiful. And
Yeah.
I have no problem talking about how much I love that little shithead. I love her to death.
Oh my God.
That's my girl. That's my twin, like, for real.
Wait,
That's
it's
crazy.
doing it again. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Hold on.
Is your headphone dying? No, dude. I actually love that
I
it went
really
in this
wasn't
direction.
like, yeah, I wasn't like trying to, stroke your ego or anything, but like genuinely, like when I see the way you maneuver your relationship with her, it reminds me a whole lot of Lilo and Nani. And I felt like you needed to hear that.
I did. Thank you so much. That is the biggest compliment you could have given me.
Yeah, well, it's
I want to
true.
be her safe space. I told her all the time, I'm like, you can come to me, right? She's like, yes. I'm like, do you ever want to talk about things? And she's like, oh my God, I'm fine. But like,
But it'll get to a point where she will have something that she wants to talk about, and she won't hesitate for a second to come to you. So. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Heavy, is that right?
yeah.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
Hold on, I
man.
think I have a poltergeist. It's either a poltergeist or it's Bean. Hold on. It's a poltergeist. The door to the cat room opened a minute ago. I thought it was Bean. I'm looking over there. He's nowhere to be found.
Neely's headless Nick?
That's Nicholas to you. Nearly headless? How can someone be nearly headless? Like this.
What if I was able to do that right now? What would you do?
Hey, I would scream and I'd fucking run out of here because that would freak me the hell out. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If you were able to separate your head right now, Gabby, I
Girl.
don't care that you're a witch. If you started separating your head, I would be out of here. I would be done.
You're so accepting.
Fuck the second coming of Jesus. If your head comes off and you are still talking to me while it's off, I'm done. I don't believe in anything else anymore.
Dude,
The fuck?
I'm lucky it doesn't, because I am one of those people where if your head wasn't screwed on, you'd
You
lose.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. I loved all of
Yeah,
it.
it was. I don't know how to quite transition to a less serious one. I don't remember what I was going to say. To completely pivot.
Yeah.
And this is just an experience I had. Again, I grew up with a sister very close in age, and we shared a bathroom. And I don't know how weird this is, but I've talked to a lot of women about it before, and they kind of all seem to agree. So I feel like this is a safe enough space.
Yeah, always.
But like, we would hang out with each other in the bathroom. Like,
Yeah.
if you're using the bathroom, I'm sitting on the counter and we're talking. If I'm in the bath, you've got your laptop open on top of the toilet seat and you've got a towel on the ground so that your butt doesn't get cold on the tile, and we're watching a movie together. If I'm in the shower, you're queuing up songs to play one by one. We lived in such close proximity, me and my younger sister. She was my built-in best friend, and she still is. Like, I love her more than anything. And like, I know I like joke and poke and make fun of like stupid shit. Like, I have way more stories to tell, but like, living so close to someone is like a test run for roommates. It's a test run for relationships.
Yeah.
It's finding out what you are and aren't comfortable with, and you're doing it with the least judgmental person to exist to you in that moment. I mean, you know, we came from the same people. How can you judge me? You're literally me. Like, what do you mean? And so like, I don't know. I really have come to appreciate, living with her for so many years, being her big sister, and also, you know, getting the chance to be, a younger sister as well for my older sisters. I don't know. It was a good dynamic. And I don't know. I feel very lucky, that I got to experience all of that, even though most of my siblings and I don't talk. If they ever called me for anything dire, I would come running. So
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, I totally get that. I think that's beautiful. I sometimes I've wished that we were closer together so we would have had those experiences. But I think that it happened the way it did. And it was meant to happen that way because growing up, I didn't have anybody to run to. I always wished I had a cool big sister, you know, that I could cry to, run to, do whatever, get advice from. You know, I wanted that so bad. I jealous in a good way of people who had the cool older sibling. I'd be like, man, that must be nice, you know. And so it feels really good to, even though I don't get to live close to her, when I do get to be with her and I get to spend time with her, like right now, I have her for about 3 weeks in a couple days. And I cherish every second, you know. Even when we're in the bathroom, we're talking, same thing. Like, I'm trying to use the bathroom and she's like, hey, and I'm like, oh my God, get out of here. But it's fun.
But you wouldn't change it for the world.
I wouldn't change anything. Hey, help me in the kitchen. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. I taught her how to make meatballs yesterday. Like, it was just those little things that I hold them so dear. And not only for her, I think it's healing my younger self, my inner child, to be able to do those things for her. And it means a lot to me. Yesterday, we did a whole themed Harry Potter marathon thing, and I made all kinds of treats and printed out little like sorting hats. I made sorting hats out of cookies, printed little signs, and did the most. And it healed me at the same time as I was able to watch her really enjoy that and watch her laugh and do all these things. It's just, I can't even find the right words. It is so special. While I definitely wanted us, I would have loved for us to be closer in age. I'm blessed that we're not, because I wouldn't be old enough to have my own home and be able to drive her around and do all these cool things, show her new music, all kinds of stuff. Had I been so much younger and we lived in the same strict household, now I feel like I get to be the cool big sister, and it's everything I've ever wanted. Yeah.
That's so special.
Yeah, it is.
I love that so much. My gosh. Yeah, I love having a sister. But again, it wasn't always positive. It wasn't always great.
Family in general. I mean, there's always ups and downs.
My sister would take my clothes and wear them to school all the time. Legitimately all the time. I would get onto her. I would have to pick her up and drop her off at her friends' houses. I would be her Uber, essentially. Once I got a car, she was like, hey, I want to go to so-and-so's house. Can you take me? I'm like, you have gas money? No, of course she doesn't. No, of course she doesn't. She's 15. Like, she gets chore money, but that's like measly, you
Chore
know?
money.
Yeah. My dad said it wasn't a paycheck, it was an incentive. And I said, yeah, but if I don't do my chores, I don't get the money. So it's a paycheck. If I'm not clocked in doing the work, I'm not getting the money.
I love that.
I love my dad. Sometimes he had goofy ways of doing things, but I ended up fine. So, there was another thing that I was gonna say. Oh, my sister. Oh my God. I have a memory of when we were young. I can't pinpoint the exact age. Maybe I was like 6 or 7. And I think she was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But we would play Barbies often. Like, that was our thing. Barbies, Bratz, Thumbelina, Polly Pockets, Littlest Pet Shop.
Thumbelina.
Yeah, girl.
Polly
Get into it.
Pocket.
Yeah.
Nice little jacket.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love chewing on that stuff. Anyways, Littlest Pet Shop. Like, we loved all of those. Those little, you remember those little motorized hamsters?
Yes.
We had those. Like, we loved to play.
That's sweet.
Very imaginative kids. However, when we would play Barbies, I just knew it was coming, because it always did. I would ask her, hey, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be like a dad? Do you want to be a kid? Do you want to be a mom? Do you want to be like your own adult person? Like, you know, not in like a family? Do you want to be a baby? Do you want to be a dog? Like, there's an endless amount of possibilities for you to want. She would go, I don't know. You choose. I'll just be whatever you don't want to be. Okay. So I would be the teen, because I was like, 6 or 7, and I wanted to be a teenager at that point in my life. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a teenager. And I would use the Thumbelina doll that we had, that she got as a present. And I'd be like, can I use this? Like, as the teen, like, this is literally like a teenager compared to Barbies. She would get so fucking pissed off that I was wanting to use her Thumbelina doll. And then I would say, okay, well then you be the teen and you can play with Thumbelina and I'll just be like the mom or something. I don't know. So I would like try to compromise with her, or even just give it to her, right? She would go, no, like, no, I don't want to be the teen. I don't know what I want to do, but I don't want to be the teen. I was like, well, I can't use your Thumbelina doll. I don't know what you want from me. Like, I'll just be the mom. You can be the dog. She got so pissed. I remember oh my God, she picked up a whole bunch of our extra Barbies that we weren't playing with and just started like throwing them at the dollhouse. And I was like, what are you doing, dude? And then she walked away and she goes, you're not my sister anymore. She used to say that all the time. You're not my sister anymore. And I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then like 10 minutes later, she'd come back and be like, do you want to go swing? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. And we'd go outside and we'd swing. And she did that constantly. You're not my sister anymore. And then like 10, 20 minutes later, after she calmed down, because she would do this thing that my older sister would teach her, where she would go into her room and she'd sit on her bed and she would calm herself down, and then she would come back out and be ready to move on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great. But she did it so often that I already knew what was going to happen every time it happened. So she would hit me with that line that I wasn't her sister anymore, which, hey, by the way, did hurt, but I was like, supposed to be the big sister that didn't care. So I'd be like, yeah, whatever, dude. I literally can't stop being your sister unless I die. Do you want me to die? And she'd be like, oh my God, no. But you don't get it. She'd storm off.
You don't.
And I'd wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'd wait. I'd be like, do, 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 do. And then she'd walk back and she'd be like, do you want to maybe swing? Yeah, sure. Come on, let's go.
Oh,
I love her so much. She's crazy, but I love her.
Yeah. Siblings, man.
I know.
Yeah, I'm very blessed. I have a lot of stories as well. But honestly, now I'm just gushing about all these sweet things we've been saying.
I
Um,
know.
it's been really sweet. It's been a time having her here. This is the longest she stayed with me. So I'm hoping to be able to create some of those memories that she'll retell and maybe tell her
Yeah.
friends when she's our age.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I know in like 40 years.
Bye.
That was a joke towards both of us.
I'm saying we're not that old.
It feels like it. Girl, my body feels like I'm 84.
Girl.
Feels like I've got arthritis. My bones are shrinking.
Yeah.
Feels like I've got fluid everywhere and also concrete everywhere.
Yeah. I can't
Um,
squat without my knees popping.
It feels like my skin is so saggy. Amongst other organs, feels so saggy. And
Mhm.
yeah. I just I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I feel old as
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So
No,
that's
real.
just me.
But yeah, it has been lovely. It's so
It
nice
has
to just
been.
talk about them for a little bit. It's
Yeah.
sweet. Actually, that kind of leads me into what we wanted our segment to be. It seems like we've already talked
Yeah.
a little bit about that.
A little.
But regardless, we wanted to share some of the things we love about being a sister, about having sisters. And I think this actually lined up perfectly because clearly,
Yeah.
as it doesn't matter how many crazy stories we have, we love them, love them down.
Love them down, unfortunately.
I always say against my better judgment
Yeah. Yeah, because I really shouldn't, but
because
I
you're
guess
nuts,
they're
but
cool.
you're cool.
I guess they're cool. No, I'm kidding. I love them.
They're amazing.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like I was saying earlier, just like knowing that you have a built-in best friend.
Yeah.
I used to, spill the tea with my sisters and still do to this day, but like, they were the first people I talked to about like crushes or, family drama because they already knew all of it, or just like anything I had on my mind, I knew I could bring to them, and
Yeah.
whether or not they understood or had an answer, they still would listen and not judge.
Right.
And it was really important for me during some moments of my life to just have someone to listen and not judge, not give me advice, not anything, just be there. And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of the whole point of being a sister. Is
Yeah.
just they're an extension of you. I mean, and I don't know. It's like the most intimate form of girlhood
Mm-hmm.
is you and your sister. So
It really is. It really is.
I love my sisters. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
And-
text them after this and let them know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go out and give mine a noogie.
Yeah.
But it's true. Everything you're saying, I agree with.
Yeah.
It's a built-in friend. It's a built-in everything. There is no judgment. There is random bickering and shut up and
Yeah.
right. But I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah.
And I'm entering those years now of being able to actually have those conversations,
Mhm.
like the venting and all that stuff, right? Because she's starting to have, more going on in her life. It's more than
Yeah.
just, juice boxes and recess. So it's very exciting to have those
Yeah.
conversations and be able to give my, little nuggets of wisdom,
Yeah. I feel
and
like when you're in the stages of growing up, you're growing up so fast and so slow at the same time that like she's getting to an age where you don't have to wait for her to get to a certain age to talk about things anymore. It just
we've reached
naturally
that.
happens. And it's like, oh, I'm so glad you asked, or I'm so glad you brought that up
Yes.
because da 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 da.
And it's been amazing. I mean, it is definitely, it's challenging sometimes. And I
Of
definitely
course.
am like, you're never going to say the right thing, right? But like, I
Right.
want to do the best I can. And it's never going to be perfect. But
Yeah.
I do want to have, like I said, to reiterate, I love the way you talk about your siblings, but especially your older sister is something that I want deeply, is for
Yeah.
her, in her 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, like, oh my God, my sister one time taught me how to make meatballs and da 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 da. And she used to let me open the sunroof and we'd scream chaperone or whatever, like stuff like
Yeah.
that. I can't wait for it. And I love that I've entered that phase of our life now where we can do that stuff and we
Yeah.
can talk about things and talk about, I don't know, brain rot and just silly little things. And it's been really lovely. She is really amazing. And one of my favorite things is, yeah, it's being able to just talk, no judgment, be there. And they get you on a
Yeah.
different level. You know,
Yeah.
my sister and I only share one parent. We have the same mom. But even that alone has been fun, like being able to be like, oh, mom says that to you too? Yeah, she's used to say it to me. Oh, okay, da-da-da. You're like not just like talking
Yeah.
mess about your parents, but it's cool to be able to like do that and feel validated and talk about stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, mom got mad at me about this. I'm like, girl, been there, done that, you know. And
Been there.
it's just nice, just spending
Yeah.
time, being able to just coexist and watch Harry Potter and eat gummy worms.
Yeah.
Love. I've counted on the days for this time in our relationship, and I'm very blessed. So
Yeah.
shout out to my little sister. Love you, Danny.
And shout out to my sisters, Alyssa, Stephanie. Hopefully you're watching this. If not, we're gonna have problems because I've sent you the link to every single one of these. So, but love you guys so much.
Love you down. Love you boots the house down for the gods, mama.
Yeah. And thank you to everyone who watched this. You are not our sisters, and yet you're still here. So we appreciate that. We just glazed our sisters for an hour. So thank you
don't
for
let it
being
get to
a
your
part
head.
of that. Yeah. Yeah, don't let it get to your head, girls. I'm watching you. But yeah, comment down below if you have any sister stories that you want to share with us, or just some things about having a sister that you like or don't like, or you know, all of the above.
If you're one
Just
of
tell us
Cassie's
about your
sisters,
sisters.
maybe some embarrassing stories about Cassie.
Oh, maybe not. I'm kidding. They can. I just might flag them. It's fine.
Flag, delete, report.
Bye.
Reported for hate comments.
Yeah, I'm going to be scrubbing through the comments. So if there are any hate comments towards me from my sisters, just know I'm watching and I'm stalking baby girls. What does he say? Shout out to all my baby girls. I'm watching and stalking when you least expect it.
I don't
Shamar
think I know
Moore?
what you're...
Hey, I'll show you the video. You can just cut all of that because I didn't even say it right. So we're just going to pretend that never happened. Cool. I'm cringing.
No, I love it.
But
yeah, this has been lovely. I really enjoyed this.
Been.
I was inspired by my sister being here to talk about sisters, and I fully did not expect to start crying and all of this, but it's been wonderful. And per usual, I had the best person to talk to about all of it.
My sister from another Mr. and sister.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Oh.
You're my brother from another mother and my sister from another mister.
Yeah, no, I'm convinced we're soul sisters, y'all.
Yeah.
Convinced.
We are twin flames, like birds of a feather. I don't know how it happened, but somehow we were separated pre-birth.
Yeah.
Pre-conceiving.
I just think one set of parents I couldn't have handled it.
Girl, no. They would have. So.
Gagged.
But they separated us and then held on to me for a few more years. I needed to marinate for a little bit longer, but you were ready to go out in the world. So you went, I stayed behind for a few years. And then, you know, my lovely parents accidentally had me. And so I was an accident. I wasn't supposed to happen. My mom was done having kids. And then she said,
I'm so glad you did.
Oh, thanks so much, honey bun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, sister.
Bye, sisters.